It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got C.J. Stroud. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Raiders and the Snowhawks, just ahead on EA Sports.
Now from the birthplace of the game itself, EA Sports so proud to join you from the Hall of Fame city of Canton, Ohio. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Snowhawks of Canton. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. A glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. The Raiders had 8-3 now. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. T. Higgins is the intended target. And now it's 3rd down. When you look at this defense, against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary. This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down. He'll decide to keep this once more. And shedding through the tackle. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. The numbers for him from a week ago, 13 carries, 64 yards.
That's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge gains for him. Other times, he plays a complimentary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsom.
That's interference. Defense.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. First and goal. Spiller. Touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Extra point forthcoming. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
The second down throw now from Stroud. In trouble, and he's taken down. Cameron Sample. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Stroud looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Stroud. There's Hall bringing in another one.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
Stroud sets up the play action.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That's Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker who got in and dropped him to the turf. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Stroud on 3rd down now.
Under pressure, they got him again.
Cameron Sample.
Now 2 sacks for him already here in this 1st quarter of play.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
He certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
A short gain here, maybe a yard. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Here's Presley Harvin now.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Oh, fighting off the defender. It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
2nd quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. And Stroud now to throw.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Now 2nd and 5. Now Stroud. And he will find his man on the outside. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. The throwing again is Stroud. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. Option right, here's Stroud. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Here's Stroud. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Cameron Sample able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Canton offense takes over once again. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
First down, and they go with Swift again. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. He's to the 15. Touchdown! A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Snowhawks are able to stretch out their lead. Great corner out there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Extra point attempt to come here. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Raiders heading out to take over. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. That one taken in by T. Higgins. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. Jacobs going to try the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Stroud. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Stroud will run the option left. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Stroud to throw it. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. Throw to the right, caught by Okonkwo. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. They'll look to throw here on first down. Able to hit his target, Claypool. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll set up to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there is no way that ball was going to be caught.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. He'll air this one out for Mims. And this is caught. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 59 yards. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Marvin Mims.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Snowhawks go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And the half will begin with a touchback. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods. That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the...
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Looking to throw. Stroud. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's brought down. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row. 1st down. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
He's going to get it on the jet sweep.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Will McDonald gets in there to take him down. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach, trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
The Canton offense takes over once again.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. On the option to give to Swift here.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So out come the Raiders. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is, keeps your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
I like when you're organized with your points. Well done.
Point A, B, and C.
A stoppage here following the play, and it looks like Josh Jacobs was shaken up and in need of some assistance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Stroud.
And that will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying, we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the 1st down.
The focus after that run isn't how many yards they gained. They said they gained a 1st down, and they've been running it well all game long.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job.
And the Raiders have got him.
Dexter Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in the home of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Canton, Ohio. As we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken around the 12. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Play action. Stroud now.
Under pressure, and down he goes.
Will McDonald getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Stroud on 3rd down now. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
On the option to give to Swift here.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
So they bring out their punter. He's been terrific so far. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. And now here come the Raiders.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
2nd and 10, Stroud to throw yet again here.
There's a short one complete to Harris. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
That's taken on the 25. A big kick that time, 52 yards.
Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
Now a 2nd and 6. On the option to give to Swift here. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Here's a quick throw out to Mims.
So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Completion here to Claypool.
And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a 10-yard gain there to set them up 1st and goal.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Brenton Strange from 10 yards out. And the Snowhawks are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now Stroud.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Raiders.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10.
He's going to loft it deep right sideline.
And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it. 2nd and 10. The throwing again is Stroud.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Face mask. Defense.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely. No matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. And Stroud now to throw.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Here's 2nd and 10. Stroud out of the gun here.
His throw caught at about the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. He's got it. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Stroud looking to throw.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. There to make the grab.
And the Raiders are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They're going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
On 2nd down, Spiller looking for space.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So now London down by 16. 1:52 to play. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on 1st down.
Stroud to throw it.
And he will find his man on the end round. Complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Here's Stroud.
Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Now Stroud.
Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Stroud. Much that time. It's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Here's Stroud.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, and it's 4th down. Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step one, the touchdown. You need a two-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if they're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for two again. That's why teams are practicing multiple two-point plays.
We saw that in Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big two-point conversions. And that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a one-score game. And now we've got a one-score game and at least a little light at the end of the tunnel.
Is that what we call a glimmer of hope?
Glimmer of hope.
Because they've got to get an onside kick and then find their way into the end zone before time expires. Glimmer, or what's less than a glimmer?
I don't know. You're the one that knows all the big words. A sparkle? A sparkle.
Yeah, there we go. That's what we're going with.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And I tell you what, one thing that you and I featured as a storyline was that they were facing the NFL's #1 defense coming in, and they really took it right to them.
Yeah, they didn't blink, did they? And instead of just saying to themselves, let's make sure that we minimize our mistakes and try and play a conservative type game, they attacked right from the beginning. Said, we got to go after these guys. I think sometimes you take the #1 rated defense by surprise when you do that.
So for Canton, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye.